Kurt Sample for the defense. May it please the court, Your Honor, opposing counsel, members of the jury. Cameron Poole had the plan. Cameron Poole had the knife. Cameron Poole committed this crime. On August 30th, 2012, an amusement park named Rockerwood was robbed. But to understand the facts that occurred on August 30th, we need to go back a little to the beginning of the summer of 2012. The park had an admission bracelet system of on people paying to come into the park through different bracelets. All their sales and the revenues, they matched. But in the beginning of that summer, Cameron Poole was hired at Rockerwood. As soon as he began to work at the ticket booth, the sales and the revenues no longer matched. You will hear in today's trial that he created a scheming operation of how to sell fake VIP admission bracelets while ringing them up in the system as general admission, pocketing the difference. You will hear how this scheming operation took place all summer long, but until August 30th, where he was caught by the park's accountant and the park's owner. And as soon as Cameron Poole was removed from the ticket booth, the sales and the revenues, they returned to normal. But the story does not stop there. See, Cameron Poole returned back to Rockerwood on that day with a knife, and he threatened the park's accountant, demanded all the money from the ticket booth. And after he grabbed that money, bagged that money, he ran with that money to a ride known as the Tunnel of Terror, the only exit other than the front gate that had an emergency back exit door. Now, he was being chased by park security at this time, and he got away. Members of the jury, Cameron Poole had the plan, he had the knife, he committed this crime, but he's not in trial today. Today, Miss Whitney Bowman is. This is the person the state has chosen to blame for the crimes of Cameron Poole, members of the jury. Today, the prosecution is charging her with 2 counts: robbery in the first degree and theft by deception. Now, robbery in the first degree, this means that you use force against another with the intent to steal while being armed with a deadly weapon. Now, theft by deception, this means that you steal at least $500 or more while creating a false impression. And while the evidence in today's case will show that it was Cameron Poole who committed this crime, the state will try to show you that Miss Bowman did so through what is known as complicity. Complicity means that you have the same intention as another person, and you help that other person in committing a crime. Now, in order for them to prove that their counts, they have to meet a burden. Members of the jury, they have a burden to prove to you beyond a reasonable doubt that she's guilty of both of their charges they're alleging. This means at the end of today's trial, if they prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt, if you have no doubt based on reason and common sense, then the law would find her guilty. But if you find just one doubt in their case, just one, based on reason or common sense, then the law requires that you find Whit Bowman not guilty. Now, to show you how the state will not meet that burden, we will call for you 3 witnesses. First, we will call the park's accountant, Haley Floyd. She's the one who created this system, this bracelet system, of how customers get into the park. She'll explain to you how she caught Cameron Poole stealing from Rockerwood, and how it's Cameron Poole who threatened her at knife point. Second, we will call Tyler Hartman. Now, Tyler Hartman, she's a park fan of Rockerwood. She'll tell you how Cameron Poole, he wanted money. She'll tell you how on August 3rd, she saw Cameron Poole at the Tunnel of Terror running out of the park to never to be seen again. And lastly, we will call Charlie Kaminsky, an owner of a limousine taxi service who picked up Cameron Poole after the crime. He'll tell you that Cameron Poole admitted to everything that he's done pertaining to these crimes. Now, at the end of today's trial, my co-counsel, Ms. Lisa Harris, she'll come before you and she'll tell you how the prosecution will not meet their burden, how Cameron Poole had the plan, Cameron Poole having the knife. She'll tell you how Cameron Poole committed this crime. then afterwards, she will ask that you find Ms. Bowman not guilty. Thank you.